Hi, my name is Dr. Ellen Rathje, and I'm an Associate Professor of Geotechnical Engineering at the University of Texas at Austin. And now I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about liquefaction. Liquefaction is an important soil phenomenon that occurs during earthquakes where the soil turns to a liquid and can no longer hold up the buildings and structures that lie above. So let me show you an example of liquefaction over here in our liquefaction tank. We've got a nice saturated sand deposit, and we've got an orange UT structure on top. And before the earthquake, the building is stable, it can be held up by the soil, and everything is going fine. But what happens when an earthquake comes and shakes the ground? Let's take a look. Because the soil turns into a liquid, it can no longer hold the building up. The building settles into the ground and tilts over on its side. So this is an important ground failure phenomenon that occurs during earthquakes. How does this relate to the NEAS equipment at the University of Texas at Austin? Well, let's look over to my left. And we see the T-Rex large mobile shaker. And researchers at the University of Texas and other universities around the country are using T-Rex to learn more about liquefaction. T-Rex shakes the ground severely, almost like a mini earthquake, and we can embed instrumentation in the ground and measure the soil's response during these mini earthquakes. So we can learn more about liquefaction as it happens in the ground, just like it does during earthquakes. So why do we have liquefiable soil deposits? Well, let's try and look geologically at how these deposits are created. If we look at our liquefaction tank here, I can change the water conditions such that we now have a water and soil mixture. And what happens then is, as the water recedes over geologic time, the soil settles out into a very loose structure, with the water still in between the grains. So now we've experienced 1,000,000 years of geologic time, well, probably less, maybe about 10,000 years of geologic time, and humans have come and decided to build their home here because it's a nice flat area that's good for building. But if an earthquake comes, that's when the soil liquefies.